Hi guys, happy Friday. I know it's been like the weirdest week ever. It's super weird. I don't love it, but I think you guys are doing a really good job. As you probably slash maybe saw, I did update grades yesterday. I heard from a lot of you. Just want you to know that if you have any question about your grade, I just need you to reach out. I need you to ask me about it. If you do anything late, this is important. If you do anything late, you need to reach out and you need to let me know on Google Chat, chat.google.com. That's how you ask me questions anyway, but that's where you need to let me know if you turn in something late. Otherwise, I won't get notified and I won't know to check back up. So, all that aside, today is pretty simple. You have two major things that you're going to do. First of all, hug someone you love because it's stressful right now, and I think it's good to have some hugs. Sending you a virtual hug right now. Hug sent. Um, I need you to watch this video, and I'm going to teach you how to update your pink essay sheet. I'm going to talk through this paragraph, and I am writing this first body paragraph for you as a model, and then you guys are going to be writing me body paragraph 2 and body paragraph 3 next week for a quiz grade each. So just make sure you're really paying attention, and as always, you can let me know if you have questions. And today, other than copying what I'm doing and listening to this video, you are reading chapters 25 and 26, and you are making summaries and using the words that I give you, and you're doing the reading check. So that's it. So, also, I'm going to have FaceTime Friday hours, and today that is between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. And what you do is you click on this link where it says go here, and up here, this is what it'll look like. It's Google Meet, and you click join meeting in all one word. It's going to be in all caps, FaceTime Friday. And then you'll continue and join, and you'll be able to talk to me, talk to other people who join at the same time. We can communicate with each other. I'll just ask you guys how you're doing. If you have any questions, how e-learning is generally. Don't feel like, I'll be on that for that whole hour. So don't feel like, oh, I didn't get in right at 10. That's totally fine. You can join in whenever you can, but I will be stopping that at 11. So there's that. And also, here's chapter 25, your summary words. In chapter 25, there is mention of the great influenza in World War I. Listen to that paragraph and be like, wow, that sounds a lot like hashtag coronavirus right now in 2020, which is kind of crazy. And then chapter 26, there's someone arrested in that chapter. It's pretty hardcore. So we're getting towards the end of the book. But basically, and here's your Google link for the reading check. But this is the slide that will have this video on it. But you guys should be done filling in your chart. That's part 1. This chart is going to help you create your part 2 situation. So this is your chart for part 2, right? So far, all you have are 3 topic sentences, and I gave you a thesis. So basically, guys, this essay, what you are doing is you're taking a historical event, and in each body paragraph, you are explaining how did that historical event make Jack grow up, either by realizing something, learning a lesson. So we already laid out what each body paragraph is going to be about because we have written our thesis. So our thesis statement is, by including references to historical events, the author shows the coming of age theme for Jack because, 1, he learns not to be greedy like the conquistadors conquering the Incas for gold. So our first body paragraph is going to be about how Jack learns not to be greedy, or that life isn't all about money. Our second reason is he learns that grown-ups aren't perfect and make heartless choices like the American government did during World War II. And that's going to be our body paragraph 2, will be about Jack learning that adults aren't perfect and can sometimes make heartless mistakes. And then body paragraph 3, Jack learns that the written word has the power to change people's minds and therefore the world. And that's what that paragraph is about, because our third reason is that the written word is powerful because Anne Frank and her words, etc. So each body paragraph will look like this. You'll have a topic sentence, which you should already have. You'll have text evidence. Your first piece of text evidence is about that piece of history. So for body paragraph 1, your first piece of text evidence will be about the Incas part. For body paragraph 2, your first piece of text evidence will be about it'll be about the American government and the Japanese internment camps. For body paragraph 3, your first piece of text evidence will be about Anne Frank reference. And after you show that historical reference, you are going to explain what did Jack learn from that historical reference, or what did he realize about life. And then for your second piece of text evidence, you are going to pull one piece of evidence that shows a moment where that lesson later fits into the story. So find a place where Jack did show that he had learned that lesson. And then you need to explain how that evidence shows Jack learning that lesson. And then you'll give me a summary sentence. So I want to read through my paragraph with you, and this is what that looks like. I looked at my chart and I was like, so Pizarro and the Spanish conquistadors conquered the Incas. And I was like, what idea do I want to focus on for this paragraph? So I'm going to look over here in my ideas column. I'm like, which one is going to be the one that I focus on? And I picked number 2. Jack was greedy about his time, and now he's growing to be more generous with it for Miss Volker. So that's the point that I'm trying to make with this paragraph. So when I wrote this paragraph, I have my topic sentence. My topic sentence starts with a transition. It restates the question, and then it gave the reason. Firstly, the author shows Jack coming of age when Jack learns the value of not being greedy from reading about the downfall of the conquistadors with the Incas. That's what this paragraph is about. He learns not to be greedy because he learns that from the conquistadors. So my first text evidence, like I said, my first text evidence is going to be about the historical reference. So if I go back to my page and I'm like, oh, this was on page 15 to 17 in the book, then I need to find a quote in there that shows that the conquistadors, that this is a bad thing, etc. So this is what I said. Towards the beginning of the novel, Jack reads about how gold had driven the conquistadors crazy, and they ended up killing themselves and all those poor Incas. So notice how I didn't just give a piece of text evidence, I led into it. I was like, this is towards the beginning of the novel. Jack reads about it, right? Make sure that you're giving a transition into your text evidence, and try not to just say the text states, because then you will not get your full points. Also, notice how I gave an in-text citation at the end. So I didn't give punctuation at the end of my quote. I put parenthesis, Gantos 16, ends parenthesis, and then the period. Gantos is the author of the book. 16 is the page that I found this quote on. So that's my first piece of text evidence, that gold had driven the conquistadors crazy and they ended up killing themselves and all those poor Incas. +1. How does this piece of text evidence prove my topic sentence and show the theme of coming to age? When Jack read this, when he read this about the Incas, he realized that the conquistadors' greed about money led to their own downfall, as well as the death of the Inca civilization. He learns that being greedy is not a good way to live. So notice how I'm fully explaining my text evidence. And also notice how I didn't feel the need to just keep it in one sentence. I used 2 sentences to make sure that I was being clear. And that's a good thing to do sometimes. So that's my first piece of text evidence in +1. It is about the historical reference. Now I need to show that he actually learns that lesson. So if he thought to himself, it's good not to be greedy, where else in the book is he not greedy? Like, where does it show him being not selfish and selfless? So I thought to myself, man, what is a good moment where Jack was not greedy? And this is what I found. Or I said, at the beginning of the novel, Jack is greedy with his time and does not want to spend his summer helping Miss Volker. But later, when he's on his way to play baseball with Bunny and Miss Volker asks for help, he ditches Bunny and says, I can't. She needs me. And notice how I put another in-text citation. Gantos 219. That's the page I found that on. And I brought this up because this was my +1. I said, this shows that Jack is growing up because he isn't thinking about himself and how much he wants to play baseball. He is thinking about Miss Volker and how she needs his help. He is not being selfish and greedy with his time anymore. Okay? And then my conclusion or summary statement for this paragraph is something like this. It is clear that including that historical reference about the Incas got Jack to be more empathetic for others and consider what others need instead of just what he needs. And I might even say what others, like Miss Volker, need instead of just what he needs. And that's a really good paragraph. Like, that's my whole paragraph. Okay. So in this paragraph, I'm showing how a historical reference shows how he's learning from it and growing up. Guys, this is something I anticipate you having questions about. So today, your only job is to copy mine into yours. Okay. And you can use mine as a good example. But you are going to be writing body paragraph 2 and body paragraph 3 on your own for a quiz grade. So please make sure that you are asking me any questions. I am going to upload this cheat sheet, which sort of lays out, this is our thesis statement. This is what each body paragraph should be about. This is what each body paragraph should look like. Here is our time schedule for the rest of Denon and Norvell in terms of quizzes. And here is my example body paragraph to copy into your own pink chart. So I'm going to put this on Google Classroom, and I need you to ask me questions if you have them. Guys, I think you're doing a great job. Stay encouraged. I hope you just enjoy yourself this weekend. Make sure that you're getting everything on my to-do list done for the day so that I can enter some good grades. And good luck. I'll see you guys soon. Just keep your head up, okay?